focused on the
Recording in
goals.
progress.
People are still focused on the goals, and this really shows a lot of commitment. You can't give up right now. Like, yo, guys, you cannot give up. Especially if you have goals that you need to chase, you need to be so hands-on. Right now is the time we have that we have to run for the goals that we have already written down. I remember the first time when I became a supervisor, the first time that when I became a supervisor, I was so focused. I was so focused to the point that it gave me an idea that right now, with or without anything or any excuse, I need to reach my goals. So you have not failed. Even if you did not reach your goals right now, you did not yet fail. So if you are here and you did not yet reach your goals, probably maybe you are running for supervisor, you are running for assistant manager, you are running for manager, you are running for Eagle, which we know it's still in 6-7 months to come. Just know that you have not failed, because until the last minute, you still need to fight. And to be honest, like yesterday we were saying, the only person who can change your life forever is not your sponsor, it's not your partner, it's not your upline. When you go in that mirror and you check yourself, who do you see in that mirror? So that is the person that you need to know. That is the person to change your life forever. Because once you change your thinking, your mindset is also going to change. Once you change your mindset, your life is definitely going to change. To be honest, right now we have extraordinary results because of a different mindset. So right now, if you are thinking and feeling sorry for yourself, like, yo, I supposed to do 4cc, I did not do it, maybe my leader is going to be angry. Whoever does not do what is expected of her to do, it's herself or himself who's going to get affected. Your leader is doing what she's supposed to do. Is she affected because you did not do your part? No. Is she not going to get paid because you did not do your part? No. So right now is the time to do self-introspection, where you need to avoid, by all means, excuses. So you need to know that goals are the things that you want to accomplish in your life, but you will have the support. With the goals that you have at hand, you need to know that it can only make a lasting impact in your life if you are also serious about your goals. The goals that you have can only be meaningful if you are serious. They can be large goals, they can be challenging, and to be honest, until you are challenged, that's when you can reach those goals. Until you are challenged, until you are going out of your comfort zone, that is when you can go out of your way to achieve them. So the goals can be smaller, can be personal, can be more smaller or more personal, but it also depends on what you really want to achieve. Sometimes you have different goals. They can be personal goals, which are shared only to just close people. Goals that you set for yourself to keep you well informed of what you are working towards. These are the objectives that you set to improve yourself with regards to your character, skills, and capabilities. Because to be honest, you can't set a goal that you know you are not able to achieve. So you need to know what are your capabilities, and setting these goals involves you assessing yourself and identifying yourself in areas that you really want to improve. Maybe your weakness is presenting. You are not able to present, like to showcase or to do a business presentation, or even to launch or do a business meeting. But because your goal is focusing on improving yourself, you will enroll in this 5 a.m. session, because this is the only part where we get to train ourselves. This is the only part where we get to do start with speaking publicly. You are speaking to 26 people, to 13 people. This cannot be like underrated. This is training that we get. So if your goal is to improve yourself and maximize your potential, go hard on this, because you never know. We don't only talk about CCs, we talk about all other elements that are involved in improving or in helping you build your CCs. Sometimes you can set up personal goals. Sometimes you can set, part of your personal goals can be spiritual. It can be spiritual goals where you need to set your clear objectives of how do you want to get closer to God. To be honest, this is a beautiful business. It's a God-given business where you are working with people. You need God by your side. We all serve different gods. We are from various different backgrounds, religious backgrounds. So your spiritual nourishment should never be abandoned. Meaning, with regards to your action, the way you talk to people, the way you handle your things, you need to know which God do you serve. Whichever God you serve, you need to make sure you are displaying everyday like or the act of kindness, like practice the acts of gratitude, self-reflection, and you need to show love. There's no way you are going to work with people. Someone is closing the month and you are just living, and it's someone's, that someone is your business, and you are just living and not even sharing, like showing compassion, gratitude, or even just showing love and say, how are you closing the month? That golden question that always comes when you want to help someone. Helping someone also requires you to go the extra mile. You have the 3,000 that you are supposed to buy groceries with, but because you know someone's life is going to change just for them to close that specific month. Like I said, never add for people. The previous training that we had, I always encourage my people, never add for someone to start a business, but always go the extra mile to help someone who's closing a level. Even if they are not part of your team, help them. You never know whose life you are going to touch. And that is why it's important for you as a leader to have a close relationship with God, because you are not going to look at money. All you are going to look at is, imagine if I help someone level up to manager. This person is going to take care of a family. This family is going to benefit because of her saying yes to this business, because I extended my help. Sometimes we help, most of the times don't expect help in return, and that will benefit you even better, even more. Sometimes we help expecting what we have helped in return. Blessings are in what we do behind people's eyes. So you can also have, that is now with regards to spiritual, I just touched on how you can show love, compassion, and gratitude for even your team. Be grateful. Some things that you do for your team, I mean, you give incentive for your team. Do you expect them to come back and say and scold you, or come back and beg you for the incentive that they've achieved? No, you did it out of love. You come out and show that gratitude because you did this, even if it's just a pen that you put as an incentive, a t-shirt, or even just a book. Buy it. You are always looking for, you are always looking out for the benefit of that specific person, not for now, but for the future. So that is just one part I wanted to touch. You need to get closer to whichever God you serve, the clear objectives you set for yourself to get to get closer to Jehovah, because I serve the true God, which is Jehovah. So my spiritual nourishment should also be part of my daily life. I cannot be holy on social media or in public, and in my daily life I'm that bad or a bad person. So you need also to set the relationship goals. What type of relationships are you building? You know, we have different relationships, like couple goals, friendship goals, business relationships. To be honest, we cannot mix all these relationships. So you need to set clear boundaries. Different relationships should have different set boundaries and different goals. If you are not married, for example, you are a young person or you are probably looking for a spouse, you know already what type of, you know already qualities that you are looking for in a spouse. If you are already married and you are a couple, what are some of the qualities that you are working towards as a couple? You know, these couple goals. Apart from the matching outfit, what are the goals that you want to improve in your own relationship, in your own marriage, in your own courtship? So these are some of the things that will build us to be different. So financial goals, how are you handling your money? Because to be honest, Forever is going to give you all the money that you are looking for in the world. Is the money making you arrogant? Is the money making you look down on people? There are people that have been humble from the time they are looking for this business opportunity. No, I just want to make an extra income. If I can only make 1,000, I'm okay. Forever says, no, not 1,000. Now you have a 10,000. Then you start changing even your behavior, the way you talk to people, the way you portray yourself, even the way you talk to your own team, just because you are making money. Guys, these are some of the things we need to introspect. What has money done to me? Has money changed the way I talk to people, the way I portray myself? It's always good. There's an article I was reading in the Awake, in the Watchtower. It's always good when you know you can't tell what part of you is bad. Always ask someone, a trusted friend, do you think the way I carry myself, the way I'm handling, the way I'm doing this thing, do you think it's offending, or do you think it's the right way? I'm trying to do this. And, you know, sometimes working with people is not easy, but most of the times as a leader, you always get those objections. You always get those reasons why people are not doing what they need to do. And it gets to you. So you need to ask, is there a way that I can help these people? Because to be honest, there will be money. Money will be flowing into your account. Believe me, how is it that you are working on your business? How is it that the money in the same business is changing you? So that is now financial goals. You need to set clear goals. You need to have even a financial advisor for if you need to, because we can have those free seminars that can help you get through. You need also to know, apart from you not failing, you need to know what are your careers. If you're doing Forever full-time, what are areas that you need to involve yourself to learn? You need to learn your products, of course. We cannot be in the 5 a.m. sessions day in, day out, and it's still us who are asking, what can I use for tonsils? What products can I use for coughing? What products can I use? Guys, those are easy homework. That is an easy homework, and we need to tell our downlines to do their part. You cannot come and ask a question when you are in a business of doing research. Did you do your research before coming to the group and ask, what can I recommend for this? Most people, the same questions, repeatedly, the same people. So it's very important for personal development. If you woke up 5 a.m. and attend this session, it means you are open-minded. Why not be open to learning? Use your time to learn before you ask a question. Use your time. Let it not be always the question. That's why you see most of the time some questions are not answered in the group, because we have no goals. There's no goals that we are chasing in this business. We just want to be spoon-fed. We are in the business. They said they will support us. Now they are not even answering my calls. They are not even answering my phone. I will not do my 4cc. To be honest, who's going to be affected? It's yourself. So we need not to give up on our goals. These are small things. It might look simple, but these are small things that can affect our business. Just to rewind for the people that have just came in, that we need to, the topic is just that you have not failed with your goals. We only have 2 months to close the year, and a lot can still happen. So you need to have personal goals where you set goals for yourself. You need to be well informed. I always say, my mother always used to say, as long as you know how to read and write, and if you can speak English, that is already a big degree that you have. You don't need to go to school. So you have not failed with any goals that you set for yourself for 2024. You can still review them. You need to also get the skills. You need to know these goals cannot reach themselves. And you need to also know goals don't care. Goals don't care how I made you feel. Goals don't care what went on between me and you. Goals don't care. They just need to be reached. If your goal is to become an assistant supervisor because you are a preferred customers, you know what it takes. So you need to go all out to make sure you reach them. Some of the goals that you might have are spiritual goals. So like for spirituality is a broad concept. So the clear objectives you set for yourself to get closer to Jehovah, it's the more it becomes even more realistic. So why do you have to set spiritual goals? So whichever God you serve, you need to set spiritual goals because we are from various backgrounds. We are dealing with people from different backgrounds. So your spiritual nourishment will help you in the long run in dealing with people, in displaying acts of kindness and practice of gratitude and self-reflection and showing love. Sometimes it's hard for us to show love to people, even in little things like just checking up on them. All we are caring about is just the sissies. We don't check up on people. All we know is just because we are business partner is the sissies. For me, showing love, it should start anyway. We had a different goal that we were doing in the other day with the supervisors. We were doing is just personal interest. We just call everyone in the team and just ask, how are you doing? Without even discussing the CC language. So that was even powerful. People were coming back with positive feedback. So we are doing a business that will hold us together for the longest. So we need to also know how we are doing dealings with everyday lives. Did you know I was even in hospital? Did you know I was even sick? You will not know because we are just on CCs. You will not know. So relationship goals, another relationship, you need to form different relationships. We cannot mix friendship, business, partners, marriage. Relationships cannot be mixed. So we also talked about financial goals and career goals. That's where I ended. So you don't need to give up with your goals. We still have the same 24 hours like Rofkip, Aurora, Demselekus, Hida, Pretty Chuma, Sarafina, Tabi, Varo, Vanencia, Wilika. We all have the same 24 hours. The same 24 hours. Like you and me, we all have the same. So we still have 24 hours to make a change, to do something for us to reach our goals and tick them off. So what we do from now is now a TikTok. We have already wasted. If we did not reach our goals, it means 10 months of excuses have gone. So the remaining 2 months, must we have excuses? Now, you might ask yourself, or there's a golden question to end with, why should you not give up? So the same goals that you had, probably someone also had the same goals. They planned, they accomplished, they celebrated. But for you to be successful, you need to embrace all the hardships that comes with building. Building will come with betrayal from business partners. People will promise you, I'm joining this month, I'm joining, I have the money, I just need to get the proof of payment. The bank confirmation. Come October 31st, the person is not picking up their calls, the person is not even answering your messages. Are you going to give up because someone betrayed you, someone lied to you? Are you going to give up with your goals? Nope, you will not give up. You will try by all means, plan in advance because today is the first. Are you going to wait for your upliner to say, send me your volume mapping? I want to see how you have planned for your month. I can never emphasize this more than enough, guys. The reason why sometimes we don't reach our goals because you don't have an accountability partner. I joined the business, my sponsor left. I always tell this to my team. I am the person who should have a lot of excuses. I didn't know what 4cc is. I didn't know how to do the business. I could have just given up. But because I saw this business is doing it, people are doing it and making it, I need to find out what is it that they do that I can do also for me to make it. So no one in this room, we are 26 of us, no one in this room has a valid excuse except myself, which I didn't even give a valid excuse. So ladies and gentlemen, the only person who should have excuses is me, because it only took nine months, because Vero only came to Namibia 10 months after the 9th month. It only took 9 months for me to reach, to see the upline that came to show me. And by the time she came, I was already a supervisor. So how badly do you want those goals? How is it that those are the goals that you want to achieve and you didn't achieve them? How is it that your upline is the main reason for your downfall, when she can say, she's clearly saying that your business is my business? So guys, quit excuses. For you to be successful, you need to embrace all hardships. You will feel like your upline doesn't care, or your upline is just worried about you making more CCs for her. It's not the case. This mentality should end. It comes with failing. Success will come with failing, especially now. You have only 2 months to reach those goals. Success will come with a lot of betrayal. You will feel you are working too hard for just a few things. Be yourself. Do not try to be someone you are not. I'm sure every business owner that has joined the business is a good person. So if we can only choose to be good, when someone comes up with gossip, try to avoid. When someone comes up with complaints, bring solutions. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. Everyone that has signed an application for Forever and said, yes, I'm going to do this business, you are a good person because you chose to work with people. To be honest, I worked with people from my whole nursing career. Working with people will never be easy, much less when it's involving wealth building legacies. It's not going to be easy. You will always have the best interest at heart with these people or with this person, but because the person will come with all that they think they know they have, you can't tell them nothing, but remain to be a good person. By all means, be true to yourself, because the hardest person to tame, the hardest person to train is yourself. The minute you develop yourself, that is going to be very powerful, because the minute you develop yourself, the minute you invest in yourself into a lot of personal development for yourself, that is the minute you will quit having excuses. So in closing, because you can't let your failures define you, you have to let your failures teach you how you can do it differently next time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be happy in your life, you need to do everything with a good heart and never expect anything in return. You will never be disappointed in your life. This is the end of our morning session. You have never failed. You have not failed with your 2024 goals. If your goal is to become a manager, your goal is to become an eagle, your goal is to become a supervisor, your goal is to level up to assistant supervisor, you have never failed. You will be happy if you focus. Thank you. Over to you, Heather.
Thank you so much, my leader. Wow, I loved the last statement. Let your failures teach you how you can do it differently next time. Anyone else loved today's session? Just type for me there in the chat. Let me know what is it that you have learned. I think at the beginning of the session, we were asked, how are you feeling about, the past 10 months? How are you feeling about the month of November? And I'm pretty sure after this session, you might be looking at things more with a different and I know we always set our goals at the beginning of the year, and when you get to October, November, you are starting to see that, 10 months of the year have gone, and probably you haven't achieved half the things that you wanted to achieve the whole year, and you feel like you failed, and you feel like you can't do it, and you feel like you want to quit. But I love today's topic. You have not failed on your goals, and there is still time. There is still time in the next 60 days. If you commit yourself to pushing, 2025 is going to be a whole different year, and you will even close 2024 on a different note than when it started. So I'm loving your comments in the chat. I'm just going to read a few. I see there from Lady T says goals cannot reach themselves. Leader Saraphia says focus on your goals, do better for yourself. It's all about you. Show love to all people, not only about the CCs. Leader Mapula says be yourself, show some love. Leader, I hope I pronounced this right. Hambeleleni says, just show up. Leader Ovo says, goals don't care. They want to be reached. Leader Gift says, I'm going for it. Failure is part of success. Yes, my leader, let's go for it. Lady T, wow, Igu Mariana, this is so powerful. To be happy, never be attached to results. Only you can change. Yes, I think the statement was, the most difficult person to train is yourself. But once you master that self-development, you are unstoppable. Leader Ovo again says to care for each other, not only business-wise, but personal from a point of love. And Leader Saraphia says, thank you so much, my manager. This was indeed very powerful. Let your failure teach you how to do better. And Leader Kokua says, never give up on your goals. Leader Nancy says, we all have 24 hours in a day. And lastly, I have Leader Donald that says, never quit regardless of failure. I love today's session. Powerful motivation for starting the month. One thing that I always want to encourage you, my leaders, start working on your goals from day one. Don't wait until the last few days of the month to go and start panicking and start running around trying to meet your goal, maybe for 4cc, for 5cc. We are all starting on zero today. And how you show up starting from day one will determine your results by the end of the month. So show up, make sure you are tracking your CCs. For the new people, you have a back office, you can track your CCs so that you know your next move up and what is required. So I wish you all a very, very productive month of November. Let's push our goals. It's not over until it's over. So let's go out there and let's do what needs to be done. Thank you so much, my leaders. I still have a few open dates. So if you're available for the 5 a.m. session, just get in touch with me. Otherwise, you are welcome to exit the meeting. And I will I will upload the recording just now so that those who missed the session, you can watch it on YouTube. Thank you, my leaders.